In his now famous book, The God Delusion, evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins claims that belief in a deity is a form of delusion, essentially a kind of insanity. But this is the wrong return to take away from our observation of our universe. Looking upon the vastness of our creation and the circumstances fortuitous enough to permit us to exist within it, it is not at all a mark of mental illness to suppose some thinking creative force may have been behind its initiation. But what is actually and quite demonstrably delusional is the conceit that the entity responsible for creating this vast, ancient, complex, and ever-evolving universe is especially concerned about the activities and behaviors and worshipfulness of one haphazard species. A species of partially hairless bipedal mammary creatures, existing on the crust of one relatively tiny planet, circling one of the 400 billion stars in an unremarkable galaxy amongst billions of similar galaxies, existing in a slim sliver of the history of our universe. The idea that our circumstances are especially indicative of a concerned creator may have made sense to the ignorant peoples of primitive times who thought the sun was totally unique and the lights in the night sky were holes poked in a giant cloth. But to any modern thinking person, continuing to entertain such a notion requires an abandonment of reason. Naturally, humans who come to realize just how much more there is to our universe than our world may tend to feel powerfully insecure. They will, logically, compensate for that insecurity by continuing and reinforcing the belief in a deity who made the earth and its inhabitants with special care. A deity who adores only them, and for whom there are no other stars or worlds, no other species of interest, no other times or places for it but our own. And, really, men go farther than that, for they imagine the interest of this deity to be limited to certain manufactured societal and political bounds upon the earth. And they battle mightily over their different imaginings of what this deity demands of them, and how it will show its adoration of them. The solution to these woes is simple. Give up the antiquated and self-important notions of a human-centric creator which devolve upon us from primitive ignorance. Start thinking in terms of a rational creator, one for whom it would make sense to create an entire vast and long-enduring universe where the pinpricks of light which we see in the night sky really are other stars like our own.